What's going on, good people? We are back for an NXT review for the 30th of the August of the 2017s. And I feel like switching it up and pulling a swerve, swerved, not like the show on the network Swerve, but like a swerve. And I feel like I've been doing a lot of videos recently on here. So I'm gonna give this to DJ. I'm gonna be a nice guy, and I'm gonna give this to DJ.
How you know I even watched the show? Like it's quite possible that I didn't even watch the show. That I'm just here to comment on stuff that
Well, you got the show.
you lucky I'm a pro and I know what I'm doing. Or I would be like, kind of suck. Just shut up. Anyway, NXT 8:30 2017, baby. Um, I if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't write everything down, but I know the segment we started with the attack segment, if I'm not mistaken, which I liked. I was a fan of the attack statement, the attack segment. Um, I like this whole thing they're going with. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it has like an invasion feel, but it also just kind of has like we're a faction and we're just gonna take over we're just gonna be the best type of a feel too. So I don't really know. I mean, I think it has an invasion feel, but we know so much that I mean we know these guys are not in Ring of Honor anymore, so it's kind of hard to be like it's an invasion right now, in my opinion. But I like it a lot. Like I'm really a big fan of it. I like it. It was cool to see Sanity laid out because I don't think we've ever seen Sanity laid out. And at first, I thought that was gonna be AOP and not the that's what came to mind first for me. But it was kind of interesting to see Sandy laid out because rarely ever do we see Sanity laid out at all. So I definitely was excited about that. I thought that was a nice little touch that they made and kind of showing how strong this you know the three of these men are. Um, I definitely liked it though. I thought it was a good little first segment. Casey, do you have any thoughts on the attack segment?
um, I like that. It opened with that. I think we always kind of talk about how we like when shows kind of open up differently, not just the same. Either somebody comes out and does a promo, or they just open with a match. It's kind of cool when they start off with either a fight in the back or somebody's laid out or something like that. Just kind of get you thinking like, oh, what happened. Um, but I definitely liked it. I was also surprised, to see all of Sanity pretty much laid out. At least Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. I don't remember if I saw the other two, EY and Lee Cross, but I know I definitely saw them along with random security guards. So that kind of made it even more interesting. That they didn't just lay out Sanity. They also it doesn't matter who you are. They're gonna attack whoever.
Yeah, and too, like the Sandy part kind of it gave it kind of a branching storyline as well. It gives it they can go back to AOP and be like AOP, laid them out because they're the tag team champions, but also it kind of you have that kind of the unit of three as well running around and like it kind of gives it kind of a branching storyline a little bit. Like they could go either way. Obviously, I think but as far as like building other storylines, they could use that in their storylines. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it could build up to like that, the classic who done it kind of a storyline, because we don't know that it was Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. We don't know if it was AOP. Honestly, it could have been either one of them. We're leaning towards, from the end of the show, we're leaning towards it was probably Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole, but you don't know. And I also like the whole thing with we'll get to that at the end of the show, but I like what they're doing with the three of them, because obviously, like you said, they're not necessarily going to go for a invasion storyline because most of the fans know they're not with Ring of Honor anymore, so that really wouldn't work. But I like how it's still a mystery exactly what they're doing, what their purpose is. You know, why are they attacking these people? What is the goal for them?
Yeah, and two, because like we said, sanity has nothing to do with them right now. Like when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Well, sanity is the tag team champions as well, so it can't. It they don't have anything to do with them, but they also kind of still do. It's oh, that's weird. But anyway, moving on, we had the Drew McIntyre promo. This was kind of a promo battle with Roderick Strong. I was watching WWE 2K17 on my TV, but I definitely like, I like them going back and forth with the promo. McIntyre started the promo, and then Roderick Strong came out. I like that they're starting this feud now, because obviously Bobby Roode is on the main roster now on SmackDown Live. So I'm definitely a fan that they are starting this feud between McIntyre and Strong. I don't know who's necessarily going to be a heel, or if they're just going to kind of just leave it how it is and just let them two do what they do. I'm definitely loving Drew McIntyre as champion. I think he carries himself as a champion all the time, so I'm definitely a fan. And I think the more and more that he continues to cut promos and everything too, it's gonna feel, even more legitimate that he is the champion. Casey, thoughts on the opening promo between Drew McIntyre and Roderick Strong? I don't think, no, Roode wasn't in this, but he was in the next little segment.
Yeah. I like it. I definitely like, I'm not a huge fan yet of Drew McIntyre as champion. I have to see him more as champion to kind of see how they push him. Because we know with champions, they can either push you really well or really terribly. And I think it's still too early to really see what exactly they're going to do with him. If he's going to have a long run, if he's going to have a short run. But I like that he kind of, called out Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Adam Cole, along with the entire, NXT locker room, basically saying, if you want a chance at the title, all you have to do is come up and fight me. So that's definitely, a good start for his title run. I do hope that they do keep them kind of the way they are, because I feel like, and I'm sure we've said this a ton before, but we don't get enough feuds where it's just, over the title or just for this. It's always heel versus face, heel versus face. Why can't we just have, two guys who just want the title, not necessarily heel versus face? It could be face versus face. It could be heel versus heel. It's at the end of the day just about the title. And I think this is kind of what that is, along with obviously Roderick Strong, doing it for his family and everything. And like Drew McIntyre said, this was a dream that he's fulfilled, a life dream. So I hope they do kind of keep them the way they are.
All right. Next we had Bobby Roode backstage with, I can't remember her name for the life of me. Charlie
Caruso?
Yeah, Charlie Caruso. Basically kind of talking about his SmackDown debut and kind of what's his status as far as NXT is concerned. And I like this promo, Roode saying that he wants to, that obviously, the main roster is always the goal, but he's not going to leave until he leaves with that NXT championship, which I liked, kind of bringing that prestige to the title, because a lot of times, we don't see this. I feel like a lot of times when people go up to the main roster, you see them go up to the main roster and never think about NXT again. Whereas now I like that they're kind of helping kind of the prestige of the title by him coming back and saying, yes, I'm on the main roster, but NXT still means something to me. So I definitely like this. He also was getting ready for his match against Roderick Strong coming up in the main event. But Casey, thoughts on the Bobby Roode interview?
I didn't really write anything about this because this was the same interview from last week, I think. We also talked about it a little bit on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, episode 3. You should go check that out. So it was the same. I agree. I like that. He came back to NXT because he wasn't finished, but he's still going to the main roster. I wish they would do that more. or kind of have guys debut on the main roster, but still, occasionally show up back on NXT. But yeah.
All right. Next, I usually wouldn't talk about just a graphic like this, but I'm going to in this regard because I think it's stupid. It makes no sense. But we had the Asuka returning next week to talk about the state of her title. The entire world knows she already relinquished it. Why are they doing this? No, and no, don't get me wrong. I'm fine with them doing it on NXT, programming. But my issue is, if you're WWE, I'm fine with the news sites and whatever. That's what they do, report it. But if you're WWE reported as well. Asuka reported it as well. So why did we spoil this 2 weeks ago for her to do it on NXT anyway? To me, it's kind of like, why do I even want to watch this next week? Why do I want to watch this particular segment next week when I already know what she's going to do? I already know the future of her title. I already know the future of what's going to happen. So why do I need to see her actually relinquish it? We already know what's going to happen. I didn't like this personally. I just thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid and it's redundant. Casey, do you have any thoughts on this before we get to Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott?
I'm gonna slightly correct you, good sir, because I have to. They said she's going to address her future, not necessarily the title. So
she has the title in the graphic.
Yeah, but they said her future.
She had the title in the graphic.
That's because that's the only graphic they have of her right now.
That's not the only graphic. She hasn't been champion her entire career. They got another graphic.
They deleted those graphics.
Shut up.
They haven't.
Gotta be right.
But yeah, so I think she's gonna come out and probably talk about the injury or whatever, and how say blah blah blah, I'm gonna be out this long or whatever, or I'll be back for my title. Kind of the usual when a champion gets injured, unfortunately has to relinquish their title. They usually do the I'm gonna have to be out for a while, but when I come back, I'm coming back for my title. I think that's kind of gonna be what she's going to talk about next week.
All right. Moving on to Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott. First off, Ruby, loving the long hair, by the way. Loving it. I'm a fan. I don't know if you're a fan of the long hair or the short hair, but I love the long hair. I'm a fan. I like it. Like it still has that edge to it. Like I think the short hair had kind of the edge to it because it was shorter and it kind of fit her personality and everything. But I like the long hair though. I'm a fan. Also, I love the Iconic Duo. They're my favorite duo of all time. Okay, probably not of all time, but my favorite duo in NXT right now at this moment. Peyton Royce is like one of my favorite ladies in NXT, and so is Billie Kay. I love them as a unit. Like I've said this before, but it's true. Like I love them so much as a unit. The way they work together. The suicide dive by Ruby Riott was awesome. I feel like they really worked well together in this match. I really want to see more feuds where it's more than just the champion and the challenger. I feel like we say this all the time, but like seeing a match like this on NXT where it was just one of the other feuds where the Iconic Duo has been talking about Ruby Riott, and Ruby Riott caught wind of it, and now they're fighting. Like that's fine. And I think we need more of this because I think that's one of the biggest issues we get with, NXT, the main roster, anything is like we just don't see enough other feuds besides the title feuds, number one contenders feud, anything like that. It's fine. I mean, you can have a number one contenders feud without calling it a number one contenders feud. So I don't know. I really like this though. I like Billie Kay getting involved in every way she can, and then eventually ending up costing Ruby Riott the match there at the end, with the referee's referee's back turned, but his back distracted. I don't know how you would do that anyway. But I also thought it was weird that when Peyton Royce held onto the apron, there was another NXT apron.
I saw that.
I was like, They're like for emergencies or like if that was like if the first one was like to burn to the ground or something, like y'all be good. Like I don't know. Like I mean it's probably a good idea because if it falls off, then you don't have to worry about putting it back up, which is convenient. I don't know. Maybe, I just thought it was kind of weird. I mean, but I mean WWE's not like TNA where like the freaking apron falls off all the time in Impact, all the time. Like I swear, I don't know who puts the ring together and puts that apron on there, but they are the worst because it's always halfway falling off. But anyway, I still love Peyton Royce and Billy Kay. They're my favorites. Loving the long hair. I like this feud in general. It's kind of a petty feud and it's kind of like whatever, but for the iconic duo and what they do, it makes sense. But Casey, thoughts on Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott?
All right, Peyton Royce versus Heidi Lovelace.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know why, but for some reason recently they've been darkening the arena for matches. I noticed it first in the Mae Young Classic, and it's bothering me.
You know what it is? That's that mood lighting. Sin Cara coming back.
That's what I thought when we were watching the Mae Young Classic, and I'm like, are they doing this for Sin Cara again? Like, why? Like, it distracts me too much, I think. I'm like, why everybody's so dark though? Why can't see the people in the crowd? Why? But I thought this was a really good match. I think these two really work well together. I think this match proves that Peyton Royce is the superior member of the iconic duo.
She's not. Freaking Billy Kay was just as much a part of this match as anybody.
Yeah, but in ring, she's better. She better.
She's not.
Yes.
You shut your mouth. Even though I love Peyton Royce.
She better.
I mean, that I love. Anyway.
I'm gonna let JoJo know you said that. And thanks to the great Heidi Lovelace, I was able to hear Mauro yell "Tope Suicida," and I was so happy. Oh, I love when he yells "Tope Suicida." It is the greatest thing ever.
You not watch any of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about tonight.
Oh, okay.
Like specifically tonight, because that's
well, you made it sound like you had never heard him say it ever in your life, ever, except for that one time he said it, and you were like, you know what, I like this, I want to hear it again. And tonight was the night you heard it again.
It been a while. It been a while though.
It been like 2 weeks.
That's a while. That's a long time.
Probably not in 2 weeks. He probably said it last week. He probably just didn't pay attention.
I don't think he did. I don't think there was any Tope Suicidas. I don't think so.
It's wrestling. It's gotta be at least one Tope Suicida.
Nah. But yeah, Peyton gets the win with the distraction and the interference that she didn't need. Billy Kay just be doing too much. Okay, Peyton could have won on her own, or Ruby could have won. Either one could have won, and I would have been happy and upset at the same time. So I hate when they do matches like this. I hate you, WWE. Stop it.
All right. Well, let's get to the interview with William Regal. That was cut short by blonde-headed interview lady. That was cut short by Cassius Ohno, who wants his match with Hideo Itami, and he wants it in no disqualification. We get later that William Regal said that it was fine. Yeah, we're gonna have the match. I like this. I like that they're still going with this Ohno Hideo Itami feud, even though I didn't really understand it at all. Anyway, but I mean, it still got room to grow. It still got room to grow. Cassius Ohno, I like the black shirt. He's still a little pudgy, but I like the black shirt though. I do. Come on, Cassius, get it under control, baby. You got this. You got this, my brother. Peace. Anyway, Casey does own Cassius Ohno and the match coming up with Hideo Itami for the no DQ match.
I love Cassius Ohno, and I try not to focus on the pudginess, and then you point out the pudginess. Why you gotta do that?
I mean, come on, man. He needs some milk.
Yeah, I also don't fully understand this feud at all. But anytime there's a no disqualification match, it's usually good. So yeah.
All right. Next we had the generic singlet guy tag team extravaganza. Heavy Machinery versus the two other generic singlet guy jobbers. Casey, I'm gonna give you this match first because I know you love heavy Machinery, and you're probably offended that I call them generic singlet guys.
A little bit. So we had Heavy Machinery versus some jobber fellas. That's the official name I gave them. Some jobber fellas. I honestly don't have much to say about this match, but Dozovic is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. I love that man. WWE give him a shirt right now, please. I want to buy it. I want to wear it every day. He is the GOAT. I love him. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I love that man.
Yeah, I love them as a team. I think they work very well together, and they have, I wouldn't necessarily even say a unique style, but like I like the power style that they use. Like it's not like just the typical power moves. I like when they throw themselves at people. Like that's fun. I like
it. that finish though. That I was like, bro, no, bro. Oh.
See, I feel like Heavy Machinery needs like a top rope finish. I don't know why, but I do. Like when I think of Heavy Machinery, I think of something from very high up coming down on something. Like I don't know why, but I do. Like it's just a thing that happens. So I don't know.
You want them to kill people, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I can't think of this man's name for the life of me, and I probably won't ever know it.
Otis Dozovic?
No, not Otis. I'm talking about the dude in the next segment, William Regal, the bald fella who beat up the other Noah Jose.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, Yeah, Sullivan. I knew that. Yeah, he was in a thing with William Regal, and he won a match with somebody. I can't remember who it was. To be honest. I like this guy, but I need to see more of this guy for me to actually remember this guy.
Do you want me to tell him what happened in this segment? Because you obviously didn't write notes and don't remember.
You know what? I mean, this guy, he be Dan Mathan people though.
That's right. That you did. True. Where Dan Mathan though? I think
poor man. This man got a video package and everything. Come on.
But yeah, we found out next week that he is going to have a handicap match against 3 people because he basically killed 3 of his tag team partners. So that makes it fair, even though they're probably going to be like jobbers and he's just going to kill them. WWE logic. Yeah.
Yeah, we going to move on to the main event. We had Bobby Roode going up against Roderick Strong. It don't work the same. I tried though. Strong.
Bobby
Sorry. I got look at it. Anyway, Roderick Strong versus Bobby Roode. I don't know why, but I love these two together. I love them. It's amazing. It's great. I'm gonna watch this match again, like 8 times. Probably not 8 times. Probably like one more time at least, maybe twice on Sunday or something. But I like this though. Like I for some reason I really like these two together. I want to see what they're gonna do with Strong and how long it takes him to get to the title, if he gets to the title anyway. Because I mean you would think he would, but then again we've seen crazier things. But I still loving Bobby Roode. Just as a wrestler in general. And you know what I love about Bobby Roode more than anything, and I've been talking about this so much that they don't do it, but Bobby Roode does it. Daggone it, Bobby Roode is a real man's wrestler. When the match get deep, when it get deep and you're tired and you can't do nothing else but drape the arm over your opponent for the cover, Bobby Roode does it, daggone it. And that's why, like, he does have a lot of Triple H's tendencies, in my opinion. I just, what?
Yeah.
I just feel like he does. Like for some reason, like he comes off like, cocky like Triple H did. He does the arm drape thing, which I love, by the way. They should do more often and I don't know why they don't do that. They're like, yeah, I'm really tired and depleted and can't I can't barely move, but I can hook the leg though. What? No. Logic. Anyway, I love Bobby Roode though. This is a really good match. I thought it was really good. I thought they worked very well together. For some reason, in my crazy mind, I was thinking Bobby Roode was gonna win this match. I don't know why, but I was. And I'm probably crazy, but anyway, I love this match though. I love these two. I kind of am gonna miss not seeing them together again for a little bit, but I'm excited for Roode to do bigger and better things and win the WWE Championship. Only man that should be Jinder Mahal by Roode. Just saying. Anyway, but honestly though, I'm definitely excited to see Bobby Roode on the main roster, and I'm super excited to see Drew Galloway versus Roderick Strong. I'm calling him Roderick. I'm doing it. After the match, the three people, they came up in here and they made sure they made a statement. They made sure they made a statement. They beat up Roddy, bro. They beat that man. They beat him up. They did. Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. They beat that man up. I do love that it's kind of just attacks, and it's not they're not cutting promos. They're not even mentioning why they're here. And this is like perfect storytelling, and this is like really good writing. Because I think we've seen things happen like this before, where like you get these attacks, and then like 2 minutes later they're talking about why they're doing it. No, just shut up, let it happen. And you can tell me a couple weeks from now why it's happening. A month from now, 2 months from now, whatever. You can tell me later. You don't have to tell me. Let your actions speak for you, and then eventually you'll speak. I'm fine with it. Plus, I think if Adam Cole speaks too much, the crowd's going to like him too much. So I think they're doing a good job. I like it. I also like William Regal's involvement. It was weird how fast he was walking, but like he was catching up with him, but he couldn't catch up with him. It was weird. Like, he was walking so fast. This man, he got the speed, bro. Like, he ain't old at all. He got the speed. Casey, thoughts on the main event and the aftermath of said main event?
I definitely liked the main event. I thought it was an awesome match. They worked really well together. I knew coming into the match that Roderick was gonna win just from the opening promo in the ring, but at the same time I was still surprised that he won. I was like, wait, what? He did? What? They didn't swerve us? But after the match, they attacked Drew McIntyre, not Roderick Strong.
I'm tripping. Yeah, you right.
Man, tripping all over.
Nah, you know what it was, man? They was attacking the security guards and everything. I just thought they attacked everybody. They attacked the crowd. They attacked the barricades. They attacked the referee.
They did. They attacked that getaway car. They be attacking everybody. And William Regal still can't catch up to him doing his fast walking. I'm like, but
didn't it feel like eventually he was just gonna catch up?
Yeah, it was like he was trying not to though. Like, it's so weird. But I think the fans already like Adam Cole too much. Like, he comes out and automatically you hear the entire crowd go, Adam Cole, baby. Like, it's already too late for that. Like, you can't. I mean, he's just gonna be a heel that they like. It's how it's gonna be. But I do like that they didn't specifically say why, but they were talking as they were getting away. You're gonna thank us. This is for the good of everybody or whatever. So I'm definitely curious to see kind of what they do next. and where this goes from here.
We need Balor Club.
We do.
This needs to happen.
We
need the club in there. We need Balor in there. We need Cole in there. We need Red Dragon in there. Oh my, bruh, do it right now, right at this moment. I mean that they could take over the whole WWE, all of it, every single part of it. They got tag champions on both brands, bruh.
They ain't got any women for the women's championship though.
They can find somebody.
Like the goddess of WWE, Alexa Bliss, who won her title back. I told y'all she'd do it. I told y'all. Yes, she did.
From who?
From Sasha.
They hate Sasha, don't they?
They do.
Like, bro, I swear she can't have a good run. She just can't. Like, it's just something she won't do. Or she got injured again. I don't know yet. I guess I have to see.
I don't think she got injured. I think they just don't like her.
They just hate that girl. That poor girl. Anyway, that was your NXT review. Casey, you should wrap it up since you're in control. Just saying.
You know, you're right.
4/8/30, 2017. I got you, Casey. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And you can say all the rest of this stuff.
This was your NXT review for 8/30.
I just said that.
I'll say it again. 8/30, 2017. Make sure to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, go over to the Facebook page like that. Also on Twitter at
I got one more thing. As they following us on Twitter at ICW_podcast is in the corner. Be sure to check out episode 3. I mean, to be honest, you can check out episode 1, 2, and 3 of the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the weekly show.
You could, and then Friday, you can check out episode 4.
So 4.
Yeah, we thought about doing 5, but we were like, nah, we should do 4 first, and then do 5. Make them wait for it, because I feel like 5 is gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one. But yeah, do all that stuff that we said, and we will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.